shoe shine parlor in the Teresa Hotel, the Teresa Towers, and the gentleman pulled up with this black Cadillac Eldorado with these big headlights. This gentleman walked in and he was slick as he wanted to be, and a guy by the name of KC. And when he walked in, he sat down next to me up on the rack. I'm getting my shoe signed, So I looked over and said, man, that's a bad car. That's a bad ride, I said, we're thinking about doing a movie, and I'd like to, maybe let them look at your car to use it in the movie. He said, yeah, man, that's slick, it's like that. That's about far. He said, so he gave me his number. It took me 3 weeks to get in touch with him. And then consequently, when we finally talked, he said, man, ain't no niggas making no movies. Where you come? You think you jeffing me or something, So everybody agreed. That was the ride. He had a Superfly ride.
KC was a good customer, but I didn't really build the car for the movie. The car was a style and it was a trend. He wanted the bumper guards, the extra protection in the front, Rolls-style cap and large grille. And, of course, they had to have the Superfly lights. If it didn't look like Casey's car, it wasn't an Eldorado.
He gave us the car and, to use it in the picture. We said, let's put Casey in the picture because Casey was wonderful. When we ran out of money, Casey would just buy him some food. He would buy food. He had his own wardrobe, and he knew what to say. He was great to have on set. Really brought the energy up a lot.
Here's KC in the movie. It gave the movie that sense of realism, that sense of authenticity. People in the streets may have known KC. When they saw him on screen, it gave that movie credibility.
The people behind the camera, Philip Fente, Gordon Poynter Jr.
KC, where's the car?
Government took it. I have no problem. I was a product from the streets. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole thing. I'm a product from the streets. And as a result of the notoriety and whatnot, y'all know what happened. IRS got busy, and they put me in jail for income tax, some more things. And as a result of my tax problems, they confiscated the car, and the last time I heard anything about it, it was wrecked in California.
I think that was so honest.
Oh, I'm just that guy. I come from that. You can see it on the screen. I come from that. And I realized, and I'll tell you a little bit about me right quick. I'm real grateful. Realize. Because I come from that. A lot of that was me up there. And some way, somehow, I saw the light and turned it around. And I'm here today through the grace of God. All right. So I'm real grateful. Okay?
Boonton, USA, 07005, the only place in the world that has that name, Boonton. Dunham Coach. It's sort of like the home of Superfly cars. 1966, thereabouts, give or take a couple months one way or the other. A group of fellows came by my shop and said, I want my cars to stand out like Rolls Royces. They wanted a Rolls Royce front end. I says, it's hard to get a Rolls Royce front end on an Eldorado, but I could design you a set of headlights that may look something like a Rolls Royce. So that's what we did. We came up with this headlight right here, but here's a 70 with the grille, the bumper guards. It's got my logo on the front, the eagle, same as the belt. We needed a Rolls style hood cap, Rolls type grille, We designed bumper guards to keep it so that the taxi cabs wouldn't back into them in the city. Fog lights and fly lights. To balance the rest of the car out, we went into chrome accessory. We actually cut a part of the fender off and chrome plate the fender, because chrome was the thing in the day. If it didn't have chrome, it didn't make it. It had to have chrome. Today, everything is painted. Chrome should come back, but it'll come back with a different style. Fellow had the car in the movie, KC, was just one of my customers. I didn't build the car for the movie. I built the car for KC. He was one of my good customers, and his friends. He had a lot of friends, and I'd have to say I was one of them. But other guys, they all had nicknames, and KC and Soup and Snake and Trip and Rob, and there was a lot of guys. The internet has cars on it every now and then with this logo, which is a lot of times all our cars had them on the mirrors, and people can't read it, but it does say Dunham Coach. So if anybody wants to know what the heck that means, that's what it means. Superfly era was a time of flamboyance. We had a lot of problems in that time. It was in the early 60s, in the 70s. We had assassinations, we had wars, we had Vietnam. A lot of people gave a lot of blood for that. And these guys, I'd have to say that all my customers that came to me during those times were perfect gentlemen, all of them. There was never any kind of arguments or anything like that. It was fun time. They enjoyed their cars. I enjoyed building the cars for them. They enjoyed paying me for them. And I can't say enough for those people that came by and had their cars built here. They wanted me to work on them. I had a crew at that time of anywhere between 6 and 10 people. And we all worked as a team. And it was fun times. I wish they came back. Maybe with this movie again, reincarnation, maybe it will come back in a different style. And if it does, I'm ready. Guy pulls in my shop with a Cadillac, brand new, and one of the cars had a hood cap, big chunk of chrome on the hood. And he says, I want you to make my Fleetwood look like that. And from there, another era started, and it was chrome. No cars had chrome on them like this. Guys came in the shop and says, hey man, that's Fly. Not only is it Fly, that's Superfly. I says, whoa, what the hell kind of terminology is this? This is new to me.
Oh, Superfly.
The star of the movie drove a car, and the car that he drove was one that I had built. A 71 Eldorado convertible, big hood cap, big headlights, bumper guards. I've already have them on the cars on the street. But now it's on the silver screen. I became the man who made Superfly cars. Corvorado was a combo car. Not everybody wants a big automobile. No big cars. We don't want big cars in the United States anymore. So the big Cadillac just died. So I figured, well, I'll build my own Eldorado, but I'll make a small one. So I cut down an Eldorado, dropped it on a Corvette. So half Corvette and half Eldorado. Corvorado. Shazam!
I'm your pusher, man. Solid life, crime.
It's 2005. What happens? I'm getting phone calls for Superfly. Whether it's on an Eldorado, an old Eldorado, or possibly the new Escalades, we could fly one of them things out and make it look like an Abram tank or something. Mac Daddy, bling bling, whatever you want to put onto it, it's Superfly. I'm the king of the pimps. What can I say? Pimped out car, flash mobiles.
There's a set going strong.